how Prince William and Prince Harry chose to continue Prince Philip's important legacy. Prince Harry and his brother Prince William have chosen to continue a legacy of modernizing the monarchy which was initially conceived by their grandfather, Prince Philip, an unearthed biography has revealed. Harry and William have become great advocates for modernizing the monarchy in recent years. In October last year, Harry and his wife Meghan Markle caused a stir when sources close to the couple claimed they single-handedly modernized the monarchy, after the couple openly discussed their feelings in the 2019 ITV documentary Harry and Meghan, An African Journey. Many royal fans hit back and argued that William and his wife Kate Middleton were pushing to change the royal institution too, by making it less formal and more accessible, a trend which some trace back to Princess Diana. William's marriage to Kate also broke royal tradition, as she was one of the first non-aristocratic women to marry an heir to the throne. However, in the 2011 biography Young Prince Philip, His Turbulent Early Life, author Philip Eade revealed how the Duke of Edinburgh was key to reshaping the monarchy as well. Mr. Eade wrote, perhaps because of the premature loss of his cherished professional career, Philip seemed determined to show that he was nonetheless still a man. He did this by putting his own mark upon the monarchy. The author recalled how Philip once said, "I don't like to be highnessed. Just call me sir. This is the 20th century. You're not at King Arthur's court, you know." Apparently he also rounded on a footman when he opened a door for his son. Philip reportedly said, "He's not helpless. He's got hands, hasn't he?" Mr. Eade explained, such brusqueness was in part symptomatic of the frustrations Philip felt in acclimatizing to his new life, but there was also a sense in which, inspired by his Uncle Dickie's radicalism, he envisaged a less stuffy and more popular monarchy, relevant to the lives of ordinary people. Netflix's popular drama The Crown has shown how the Duke of Edinburgh was keen to showcase a different side of the monarchy when his wife the Queen took to the throne. During her 1953 coronation, it is well known that her husband pushed for the event to be broadcast live, which would be the first time such a ceremony would be available for so many members of the public to watch. This was a great success and was watched by 20 million people. Philip's popularity then continued to soar in the first few years of the Queen's reign. Mr. Eade said, his star was also now standing higher with the wider public, who appreciated his ability to connect with the man in the street and to talk bluff common sense to factory owners. Mr. Eade added the Daily Mirror polled its readers in February 1953, and that 42,680 wanted Philip to be at the Queen's side during her coronation, which the paper took to show overwhelmingly Britain's affection and high regard for Philip. Philip also ensured his family took part in a documentary in 1969. Although it was significantly less successful, the film came off as too ordinary and is widely believed to have removed some of the supposed magic which surrounds the royals. Still, the Duke of Edinburgh is credited with helping to transform Princess Elizabeth into the Queen recognized as an international symbol today. In 1957, Time magazine said it was down to him that his mousy, slightly frumpy and occasionally frosty bridge had blossomed into a self-confidently stylish and often radiantly warm young matron. Mr. Eade concluded, her transformation owed much to the strength and sense of stability that she derived from their marriage. Philip sent shockwaves of concern through royal fans over Christmas when he was admitted to hospital for a pre-planned admission. However, he is thought to have recovered well, and his son Prince Charles said he is now doing much better. Prince Charles was reduced to tears when Prince William talked about his royal legacy. A clip from a new ITV documentary shows an emotional moment with Charles. The new ITV documentary Prince Charles, Inside the Duchy of Cornwall features a glimpse into Prince Charles' life as a working royal, as the first in line to the throne, and as a father to Prince William and Prince Harry. In a clip from the new episode, which aired in the UK last night, Prince William made an appearance talking to Mervyn Keeling, a Cornwall tenant, about one day inheriting the duchy and the importance of family. "I think it's important, Mervyn, about the family angle. I really do," said William in the clip. "I've started to think about how I will inherit the duchy one day and what I do. He went on to discuss how being a father to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis changed the way he saw his future role. "That's what it's all about," William said. After hearing his son speak, Prince Charles was deeply touched and moved. "Frankly, it reduced me to tears. It did really," Prince Charles said in response to the conversation. "Because I suddenly thought, well, just hearing that from him has made all the last 50 years worthwhile." Watch the sweet clip here. Charles has been a working royal for half a century, overseeing the Duchy of Cornwall estate and spending a sizable amount of time focusing on environmental conservation, a cause his sons are deeply passionate about as well. The 135-acre Duchy estate, which includes 23 English countries and generates significant income for the heir to the throne, will one day be passed on to Prince William. Laid to rest the heartbreaking reason Prince Philip really walked behind Diana's coffin. Despite his intense dislike of the late princess. It's reported Prince Philip wasn't always supposed to be walking behind Diana's cortege. It was an utterly heart-wrenching moment when Prince William and Prince Harry were pictured walking behind Princess Diana's coffin, at her funeral in September 1997. And although the boys appeared with their father, Prince Charles, and their uncle, Earl Spencer, Prince Philip also walked behind the late prince's coffin, and now, the reason why has been revealed. In royal author, Ingrid Seward's latest book, My Husband and I, The Inside Story of the Royal Marriage, Seward writes about the heartbreaking weeks that followed Princess Diana's death. In one excerpt, she explains that Diana's brother, Earl Spencer, reportedly believed he should be the only one to walk behind his sister's coffin, something the royal family are said to have disagreed with. In a mark of respect to an ex-wife and a departed mother, Prince Charles wanted to walk behind the cortege with William and Harry beside him, Seward explains. Another of the by now interminable rows ensued over the telephone, which Spencer ended by hanging up on the prince. It was made clear to Spencer that, regardless of whatever private feelings he might harbor, the prince and his sons would walk behind the gun carriage bearing the princess's coffin. However, there was one difficulty: persuading Prince William to walk, something which William only agreed to do, so long as his grandfather, who he was very close to, walked too. Seward explained, at first William flatly refused. Charles pleaded with him and said that it would be utterly wrong of him not to accompany them. Prince Philip weighed into the argument and eventually William agreed to take part, but only on the condition that his grandfather walked beside him. According to Seward, Princess Diana's relationship with Prince Philip is said to have grown sour, but William had always been incredibly close to his grandpa. Diana had grown to dislike Prince Philip intensely, and he her, but Prince William was devoted to the old man, wrote Seward. Now, William wanted his grandfather at his side in what was certain to prove the most harrowing public engagement the young man had had to endure. In an interview in 2017, William later admitted that walking behind his mother's coffin was one of the hardest things he'd ever had to do. Earlier this week, we told you about Prince Harry joking that he panics when he bumps into his Nan Queen Elizabeth. We also revealed Kate Middleton was actually loaded before she married Prince William. Here's her huge net worth. And we showed you the sweet moment Meghan Markle was reunited with her Givenchy wedding gown 4 months after walking down the aisle.